This is your town. Your town is always busy and it's always got something really cool going on. We just don't know about it. So we're trying to kind of delve down into what's going on in just one place in this community today, and that's Marina. So we're very fortunate. We've got Marilyn Lidyoff and Brian McMinn, both from the city of Marina, to kind of give us what's going on in Marina. So, Marilyn, let's talk about some cool things going on.
Okay. I'd like to start off at the dunes. As everyone knows, that we have completed the construction of fast casual restaurants, and those that have opened is Blaze Pizza, Chipotle, Teriyaki Madness, Munchies, Deli Delicious, Smash Burger, and Starbucks. However, we're going to be focusing on the Village Promenade, and we are hoping that we can see construction on that development site summer or fall of next year. And the Village Promenade is going to incorporate commercial development, restaurants, but those restaurants are going to be sit-down restaurants, and those are going to be destination restaurants. Currently, what Marina has done is we've completed the fast food component. Now we're going to shift to a different component. So at the promenade, what you're going to see is not only the sit-down restaurants, but you're going to see plazas and a lot more outdoor seating and dining. You're going to see areas where people will be able to congregate. They can have fairs or festivals in those particular areas. So we're really excited about the development of the promenade. So that's, in terms of the dunes, that is going to be the next phase that we're going to be focusing on.
So geographically, if you are on Second, is it Avenue or Street? Avenue? I forget. Second Street?
Second Avenue.
Okay. If you're on Second and you turn in to go to where the fast food establishments are, you came off of Highway 1, you would just drive down, and the promenade is right next to that. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So it's more in front of the new Defense Department VA clinic. It's more in line with that.
It's in line of that.
So it's between fast food and the apartment buildings that are there. So that's good. That's really good. Has the developer been selected yet?
That that is the, that's part of the Marina Community Partners.
Okay, so it's their development.
Yes, it's part of their component.
So they'll select their developer.
Yes.
And what's going to go.
So anyway, we're real excited about seeing that happening, because that will be a wonderful addition to the Dunes development.
Well, I think it's a very natural progression, you know, because you've got the Targets and REI and Michaels and Best Buy, and then you've got, if somebody just wants to run in and grab something, but if they want to sit down and have a little more leisurely bite to eat, then it's good to have that option right there.
Correct.
So that's great. So, you know, I love the theater.
Oh, so do I.
You know, you were kind enough to invite me to the grand opening, and I went, and I was like, okay, this is how a theater ought to be. So we often, if we have the time, 'cause, you know, it's hard. I live pretty close to Del Monte Shopping Center. But if we have the time, or if we're going to do anything else, we drive out and go to the theater at Marina, just because the seats are really comfortable. And it's a nice feel. It's a nice feel.
And now, after you watch a movie, you can go to the fast casual restaurants. But soon, you know, that we will be able to offer more of a variety in terms of the dining experience.
I told Scott Negri I am addicted, that would be a really good word for this, to the strawberry shake at Smashburger. I have to fight with my car to not go too fast on Imjin Parkway, and then to not just go straight to Smashburger for a strawberry shake. I swear it's the best strawberry shake I've ever had in my life. It is so good, but it's about 5,000 calories, so it's deadly.
Yeah. So And we have, whenever I'm on the site of the dunes, and I'm speaking to some of the managers of the fast casual, and customers will come in, and they'll just openly say, "Oh, we are so happy these fast casual restaurants are here. We have waited a long time," and they just enjoy the center a lot more now that when they go there to do their shopping. So we've had just a lot of positive feedback, not only from the customers, but also from the employees of the shops there, and the general managers are just, they're just really excited as to all the development that has been completed so far.
Well, I think it's a natural too with the military's clinic there, that if people have appointments, and sometimes you have one appointment and then you have another one, or you have to wait, it's so nice, particularly if you're accompanied. For those of us who are older, a lot of times spouses go along on the visits, and it's really nice to have a place where you can run over and get a bite to eat and not spend a lot of time, but just get something that's kind of fresh and good, and get back. I'm sure that DOD clinic staff is in love with it.
Oh, they are. When the DOD VA clinic had their open house, and they gave us a tour, and they had indicated to me that part of their planning process is that when when they do have an hour layover, part of what they're going to be encouraging patients to do is either go get something to eat, or if it's a 2-hour or a 3-hour layover, they're already telling people, just go and watch a movie for just a couple hours. When you get back, the lab tests will be done, and we'll be able to go over those things with you.
Yeah.
So that is their mentality in the clinic. So they're just so excited that we have those amenities, not only for everyone, but also for their patients.
Yeah, no, I think it's a natural, because I'm married to one veteran and the mother of another, so it's kind of nice to have it. It's well thought out of how the progression is of all of that. And then what's really nice, I think, is the new Summer Hill Suites right there. Spring Hill.
Spring Hill.
I always call it Summer Hill. But the Spring Hill Suites, because it also then gives you that opportunity if you're staying there with a family, because it's designed for families, to be able to really just walk across the street and have several options for a meal for your family without breaking the bank when you come to the Monterey region for recreation and fun.
There's options for customers, but from the public works side, I really like those fast casual restaurants, because when Scott Negri came in, he started up front with the back of the house and the waste that gets generated in the fast casual restaurants, and he made sure that all the restaurants that came in got on board with the program of separating the organics from the recyclables and the trash, and so they're very progressive in meeting the needs of reducing what goes to landfills here in this community.
Well, he took a bit of a beating, but he got it done, and you know what? He did it right.
And he's happy now that it all worked out well. And speaking of restaurants and fast casual, we have just completed a new version of our restaurant guide, and we're incorporating the restaurants and the fast casual establishments at the Dunes. So we now have 58 restaurants in the city.
That's amazing.
I know. For a small city, we have a lot of diversity and variety, and so you could just pick one of these up at City Hall or at Lake Elistero Visitor Center. And we also are going to be placing these in the Marina hotels and a few of our restaurants. Well, I give each of our restaurants a few of these, but the distribution is really to the hotels. So anyone...
Is this available electronically?
Yes, it will be available online on the city's website.
Because we'll be happy, since our business is in Marina, we would be happy to link it up with our website, so if people are coming in because we have meetings continually in our building with either potential new businesses or existing businesses. So we'd be happy to put that on our website so if people are coming in and want to grab a bite before they come and talk to us.
Okay, we would love to
Yeah.
have you put that on your site.
So
Okay.
yeah, we're happy to do that.
Perfect.
Get it out there.
And
So
we
58.
update. Yeah, so we update it every 10 months. So it's pretty current.
Good, good.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple of restaurants that I've been eating at, I think, for at least 30 years there. And, you know,
Really?
the food is always consistent. It's always good. You know, it's just the place to go. And
Mm-hmm.
I introduced my granddaughter to one of them last year. And she was like, I really like this, Grandma. I'm like, okay, this is our new to-go place, Japanese food.
Okay.
But it's fun, you know. I think you really do have a really diverse
We do.
city and a really good menu option in most places. So it's a good place to live.
Mm-hmm. We also have included the Saltwood Kitchen and Oysterette, and that was where formerly Kula's was located. And so that one is in here, as well as there's one or two new restaurants that haven't quite opened yet, but they will be open within a few weeks.
Good.
So they're in there also.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
I
Keep
know.
it as current as you can.
Yes,
right?
I am.
It's a little hard because restaurants come and go, so it's always kind of tough to keep it up, which also makes it nice to have it online because you can actually take it off or add it online either way.
Yes.
Pretty rapidly.
I think we've been fortunate. We've had more coming than going in Marina.
That's true.
It's
That's
growing.
true.
The
Yeah.
options are growing.
Yeah. Well, I know that because I'm always out there looking for something to eat. I'm a forager.
Well, your office is in our area, so.
Well, I'm also always hungry and want to try something new.
Well, this will give you an opportunity because we definitely have added more since the last publication.
That's good.
So,
So, many years ago, you know, I think that Marina was more of a place to kind of drive through as you were going either from the Salinas Valley or to someplace further on down the peninsula. And I think that's really changed. I really think it has become much more in the last few years of a destination for shopping, for dining, and for other things. And I really commend the job that you're doing because I think it's important.
Thank you. Well, with the Village Promenade being developed, some of those restaurants will be destination restaurants. So you'll see some really neat ones coming in. So,
but you have
we're
some
excited.
now,
Yes.
and that, you know, and that's
true.
good. It's nice to give people more choices, but it's also we don't want to forget the ones that have been there for
True.
some time. So it's good. And you've got really, I don't think there's any service for the residents that you're missing. You know, sometimes you go to a community and they don't have a hardware store, they don't have a dry cleaning establishment, they don't have something. But really, in Marina, everything is there. It's fully contained community. And even with the huge downturn, and Marina took a huge hit when Fort Ord closed.
Yes, we did.
You were able to hold on to core services and build them back up, which I think is remarkable. So
That is true.
I think it's a great place for young people to still buy in. I think the housing is still affordable. I've got a couple friends that just downsized out of houses other places, and they bought either in Marina or they bought out in East Garrison, which is really good too. I think it shows the draw of the community.
Speaking of housing, the Dunes development, you know, as you could see, you know, the construction is just going gangbusters, and so the last count on homes that were sold were like 217 homes that have already been sold. About 149 are in escrow. And on Sea Haven, I really don't have the stats on those. But as you know, they've started to build on the Sea Haven homes as well. So probably on the next time we do one of these interviews, I'll have the stats on Sea Haven homes. So it just continues to grow.
Yeah, we're projecting with both of the developments going now that we'll see about 200 homes a year being constructed and sold. As long as the economy keeps going the way it is, they're geared up to keep going.
No, I think it's great. And then you've got CSUMB, which is growing, and their student population and their faculty and staff is growing. So it's just kind of a natural growth element together. You've got an employer who's growing with DOD and with CSUMB. I think those are probably your two largest growth opportunities within the city. But just the student housing alone and the need for housing and for food and recreation really impacts. So are you finding a lot of, and we'll talk about it when we come back, but about biking and cycling, are you finding a lot more need and requests for that with a younger population?
Not so much direct requests, but I can say there's definitely more of an emphasis in overall throughout the state and in the community for bicycle and pedestrian facilities. So many of the new roadway projects are incorporating those, and the Imjin Parkway we talked about is going to have bike lanes on the roadway as well as a separated bicycle pedestrian pathway to give people choices. So definitely more facilities for bikes.
Well, as someone who does drive a lot of miles a week, I love that the lanes are more clearly marked. I think it's safer for them, and it's safer for me to know exactly where they should be and where I should be. So, because sometimes the lines are kind of blurred. So it's good.
And I'm often one of those cyclists
Are
that's
you?
out there. So I do ride to work whenever I can, and I enjoy getting outside the car. So.
That's good. So, okay, do not go away. We'll be back in a minute. This is Your Town, and you're going to learn more about Marina. Thank you.